Welcome to Family and Life Update. We look at news and current events through the lens of faith, family, and life. It's good to be with you all again this week. Thank you again for your support of our new format where you don't have to see my face and that we can just talk about what matters and what's going on around not only in the church but around the world. Today, very sad news from the United Kingdom. Queen Elizabeth II has passed, and now King Charles III has acceded to the throne. Now, it's very straightforward how they choose the next head of royalty in the United Kingdom, and that's basically through the lineage of their family. And there's no drama in it at the moment, but through the history of their family, you can see there's once upon a time there was lots of drama, and you see lots of TV shows and read lots of blogs about it. But then it gets us to thinking, do we actually know how a pope is chosen when the time comes that our pope also passes away and it's time to choose the pope? So let's go talk about how a pope is chosen, because it's not through lineage, it's not through who their children are, because they don't have children. There's a process and choosing the Pope. So first, and thank you to Loyola Press for helping us with this information. Who will elect the new Pope? The new Pope is elected at a papal conclave. It's a meeting of the College of Cardinals. So all the cardinals around the world come together and they elect a new Pope. Now, not all the cardinals, because you have to be below 80 years old and you have to be there physically in the Vatican to be able to cast your vote. So even at nowadays, I don't think they'll do a virtual Zoom meeting for it. I think you will have to be at the Vatican to be able to elect the Pope. The electors will celebrate the Eucharist in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, to celebrate the funeral mass and burial of the Pope, as well as a period of mourning the Vatican grounds. They take an oath to defend the liberty of the Holy See and to keep all the proceedings secret and to ignore any instructions they might receive from people outside, secular authorities or other people, on how to vote. So everything that happens within that Sistine Chapel, the whole process should be a secret. So there shouldn't be any leaks. Even if they go out and talk to other people, they cannot leak anything that is happening there. They have to give up their mobile phones, any electronic devices. The Sistine Chapel will be swept for electronic listening devices and all these things. So there should be no outside influence whatsoever. And how do they do it? Do they just raise their hands? Do they do it viva voce? No, they do ballots. So on the first afternoon of the conclave, they can have the first ballot. And following days, there can be as much as 4 ballots on each day. So 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Before voting on each ballot, the cardinals take an oath to follow the rules of the conclave. Majority reached for a candidate. If a new pope is not elected, the ballots are burned, and there are chemicals that will be put so that the smoke for the chimney will come out as black. And if a pope is elected, the chemicals will make the smoke white. So that's why people wait outside the Vatican to see the smoke come out of the chimney there. So that means a ballot was held, and if black smoke comes out, then no pope was elected at that ballot. And if there's white smoke, habemus papam, there is a pope. And then once a newly elected pope accepts his election, then the cardinal dean will ask him about the papal name. So ask him what name would he choose. And then once his name is chosen, then that starts all the processes for introducing that pope to the people waiting in the Vatican Square and all around the world. In theory, any baptized Catholic male can be elected pope. So even I can. And those men out there listening, you can be elected as pope as well. But the current law says that he must be an ordained bishop. And basically only cardinals have been elected since the 15th century. So that's how the Catholic Church chooses the leader, our leader, Queen Elizabeth, like I said. The next one is her son, King Charles III, and the Pope. For the Pope, once the Pope dies or resigns, as we've seen before, all the cardinals come together, all those who are 80 years old, below 80 years old, to elect a Pope, usually one of them, but it can be any bishop from around the world, and technically, actually, any Catholic male from around the world. We continue to pray for Pope Francis's health and sound mind and body as he continues to lead the Catholic Church. But because of what happened with Queen Elizabeth today, it's good to know what could happen when it's time to choose a new Pope. Thank you again for joining us on this Family and Life Update. God bless.